Hello and welcome to the strategy training video on Trendcatcher. My name is Michael, I'm from Traders Elite, and today I'm going to cover some cool information that we're really excited to share with you. Like price slip and macro levels, the complete course with the indicator and auto trading EA will be available next year, but for a short time we're giving away the current version of the template and indicator for free. Okay, so let's get into it. Trendcatcher. Detect short-term and long-term trends. Okay, so the idea basically is to look for the moving average crossovers. When they cross and when they're attacking in a nice way, that's a good entry point to open a buy trend. Down here we've got the MACD that's been customized for ourselves, and we're looking at that for upswings and downswings, both as ways of getting into a trade and ways of looking at warnings for getting out of a trade. So back up on this buy trade here, what we'd do is we'd look at buying in here and then getting out of the trade on that crossover. It so happens to turn back up and go back north. However, it could have just as easily have come down. However, back in here on the open for another buy, and this one was a lot more cleaner, taking us all the way to a high up here. Again, we would close the trade when it crosses over on the counter. You can look at the MACD here where you had a nice run and a downswing warning was given over there. However, having said that, it was also given here and here and here. So the MACD in itself, although it's a wonderful indicator and has been customized by lots of people around the world, by itself we found that it gives a lot more false trades or signals than solid ones. So by using it in combination with the moving average crossover, we found it to be an extremely good system. Okay, so Trendcatcher defined. Essentially, it's a strategy based on the moving average crossovers and MACD indicator that combined provide optimal entry points for strong trends. It's an early alert system for both with trend and counter trend swings, and it's a proven technical trading strategy providing short strong entry and exit points for both short-term and long-term trends that can be used on its own or combined with another core strategy. So just looking at an example, we've got the Euro US again up on the weekly chart, this time with the Trendcatcher template built in. Right here we see around January 2010 a strong crossover, nice attack to the downside, and as you can see, that was a massive move. We don't typically trade the weekly charts, but we use the weekly charts as a way of determining where the overall stronger trend lies, because at times obviously it can be a little unclear and therefore require that further analysis. Here in July 2011 we see it crossing over again at almost the same high back of 2010, and again we see a really strong move to the downside. It crosses over to the north here, but then comes straight back down again. And more recently here we see, interestingly enough, in September 2012 a very strong crossover to the upside. It did fade a little bit, and as we can see here on this MACD, right here we've got a green appearing, which indicates to us an upswing, and that's an upswing as part of an overall upward trend. So that's really interesting, considering the amount of people that have been shorting the euro. So moving from the weekly, let's move on to the daily, and again we can see some really clear points of entry. Right here we can see a super nice move, and it's important to note before we look any further that once again it's important to always take the right side of the trade, and the way that we do that with a high degree of accuracy is always to look at the longer term overall stronger trends. So it's not so much of importance of what's happening exactly right now, but what is overall happening, and we found that to be really successful when we're taking positions in the marketplace. So Okay, back to the daily. This is looking during the time between April and November of this year, and we're seeing some really nice strong moves here. A little bit of a fake and consolidation, but then once again it goes to the downside here, and over here we can see a super nice and clean move right along here in August of this year, and wow, what a strong move. Here we've seen a consolidation, bit of a down, and again, and combined with the weekly that we just seen, a swing back up to the upside. Now, as well as the daily charts, we will use the 4-hour charts, and once again we're looking at 4-hour trades or direct positions where they're in line with the daily, and preferably also with the weekly. So we won't take a trade just because a moving average is crossed over. We'll look at it on its merits as far as, is it in line with the overall stronger general trend. So just dissecting that 4-hour chart, we'll look at the way that we determine a trend catcher trade. So essentially, a sell short trend catcher is a moving average crossover where the settings that we use is 7 and 21. So where the 7 MA is lower than the 21 MA. Of course, with counter trends alerts with both MA crossovers and also MACD upswings. A buy long trend catcher is the inverse of that, a moving average crossover where the 7 MA is higher than the 21 MA. And over here you can see that occurring. Once again, just like any system, close is king. Don't get into a trade because it looks like it's going to produce a pattern or a result that you're after. It's important to wait for it to close, and then even furthermore to settle into that position. Too many people get in too early, and it's wise to take your time with these trades. Case in point, right over here, it looked like it was going to cross over, but you can see the attack is nowhere near as strong as this upward trend. That probably would have taken quite a few people that were shorting it at that time out. You can see over here it was a strong price move here, but it swung straight back up. So while it is above or within this, what I call kissing the longer term MA, you're still in the trade of the original position, which in this case was a buy. And apart from that close call, and here you can see it almost happening again, we had a really nice big move to the upside. With these trades, it's a great idea to take them on a 2 or 3 target basis. So take your first target, take your profits on your first target rather, and then follow the trade with your second and third targets. Okay, so trend catcher swings. Here we see the MACD element, and essentially catch down swings at high points of the MACD. So when you've seen a big history of move to the upside, and then you see a MACD swing as expressed here with the change of color, then it's an indication that you're going to have a move to the downside, particularly when you see the bar come below the line here. That gives even more of a strong indication that it is heading in the direction that you believe it to be going. Now the upswings at the low points of the MACD, so again just the opposite. So we're seeing a strong history of, in this case, red to the downside, and then you see a move to the up as indicated by the change of color, and then again as the bar goes above this line, then you're looking at a strong indication. Again, these are swings as opposed to trends, but I like to use them in combination with each other to get the best possible position we can. Okay, so implementing TrendCatcher, download the indicator and template to use on its own or with another strategy. Find it, use it to find good entry and exit points for optimal results with your trades, and buy on the upward MA crossover and sell on the downward MA crossover. That's the real simple side of it, and again, there's a lot more to it, but you can copy the signals with full trade management with the Traders Elite membership. We look forward to having you on board if you choose to join us. And in closing, use TrendCatcher in conjunction with the macro levels and price split strategies that I've gone over previously. For example, if you're looking at at a strong attack on a buy trend catch and it's above a dominant support line as expressed by one of the macro levels, then that gives you more confidence to be able to take that position, hold that position, because again, the results in trading, although we all want those results to manifest extremely quickly, in reality sometimes these trades can take a little while. So when you take a position, you need to be certain of that position, and using it in conjunction with macro levels is just provides you that more accuracy with your trades. Of course, price flip as well. Having said that, if you are using any other strategies that you're comfortable with and you've had success with, then it's a good way to combine them both. Okay, so consider being a beta tester for us for the Expert Advisor, that AutoTrader TrendCatcher strategy when it comes out. In the meantime, connect with us on Facebook and Twitter with our tag Traders Elite. As always, leave a comment, like us, and share. We really appreciate it. And thank you very much for checking out this video. Wish you all the success with your trades using the TrendCatcher template and indicator. And we're really looking forward to bringing out all the new enhancements. And thank you.